Hello and welcome to another episode of Video Game Easter Eggs, the series where we cover some of the best Easter eggs found in video games. In today's episode, we threaten a skull with a long drop in Waltz of the Wizard, we trip major balls in Schedule 1, and we try to run away from home in Schoolboy Runaway. As always, if you think you know of an Easter egg, secret or hidden detail that I'm yet to cover, then let me know in the comments, and if I use it in a video, I'll feature your name in the credits. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. Right, let's begin today's video with Schoolboy Runaway. Schoolboy Runaway is a game about a schoolboy that wants to run away. I mean, the clue is in the name. Unfortunately, your escape attempts are often stopped by your parents, who will be quick to give you a slap before sending you back to your room. Now, given this set of circumstances, you'd think that the schoolboy in question would rather be anywhere than at home with his Mike Tyson-inspired mum. But if spending the summer as a cow taught me anything, it's that the grass isn't always greener, and that farmers have surprisingly soft hands.
Oh, that's so good! It's so good!
Anyway, if you climb on the roof of the house and then walk on these surprisingly sturdy cables, you can land on the fence and escape. Job done. Here's the thing, you might have escaped your slap-happy parents, but if you continue walking away from your house, this will happen. So you're teleported to the back rooms, which in typical backrooms fashion seems pretty empty. Well, when exploring these same corridors and rooms over and over again, I started to hear a noise. Now admittedly, I'm not the foremost expert on all things backrooms, so I'm not entirely sure what this creature is, but what I do know is, it's really damn creepy. As far as I could tell, there was no way to escape these backrooms, and after being caught by the monster, the schoolboy wakes up from his quote-unquote dream. So every day, I wake up and thank my lucky stars that I get to play games for my job. I've had jobs where I had to make 200 phone calls a day to people who really didn't want to be called, so you can imagine how that went. So being able to play games like Balatro, all in the name of work, is pretty damn cool. The thing is, I do have to try and justify my time spent with certain games by making videos on them. See my Schedule 1 video as an example. And that's why I'm sharing a pretty unremarkable Easter egg from Balatro in today's video. Hey, at least I'm honest. In Balatro, you can choose Joker cards that will affect how your run goes. Some offer chips, multiplier, money, or something else. But the card that we're interested in today is the mail-in rebate. This common Joker is a handy card to pick up, as if you discard the correct card, you'll be rewarded with cash. Now, written on the card is an address, that being 129 West 81st Street, Apartment 5A, New York. Now, you might think that this is a random address, but I'm here to blow your mind and tell you that it isn't. This address is actually the fictional address of Jerry Seinfeld and Cosmo Kramer from the massively popular TV show Seinfeld. Personally, I've never seen the show, so I'm not sure what the significance of a mail-in rebate is to it, but this is definitely one of the obscure references in video games. So when looking for Easter eggs, you need to take your time, scour the environment, search every nook and cranny, and load up Haiti too. But that's kind of hard to do when you only have 10 seconds to live and the only way to extend the time of your life is to end someone else's. Well, thankfully, in the really good Mullet Madjack, you can turn the timer off and play the game as a boomer shooter. Hey, its words, not mine. I mean, doing so removes a lot of the threat and a lot of the fun, but it also makes finding Easter eggs a whole lot easier. First up, on one of the computer screens, you can find a message that normally you would have no time to read. But now, without the constraints of Father Time, we can see that it says, "What are you trying to accomplish here? Your life is so meaningless that you are here trying to read this."
Ouch, baby. Very ouch.
At least I expect you just take a screenshot to read this, right? I hope your life is okay and things are good in your neighbourhood. I hope you're doing just fine. Have a nice day. So what started as a pretty brutal attack on my entire existence, which revolves around stopping to read everything in games, the message ends on a more upbeat note, which is nice. The other screen of note in Mullet Magic is this Metal Gear inspired codec screen, which sees Stalin, I think, congratulating somebody called Snakeovsky, which is definitely one of the weirder things I've seen today. Now, I've already explained that Scully from Waltz of the Wizard will react to pretty much anything that you do. Scully is a very clever skull, and will react to pretty much anything you do. See? I did say that. Well, if you even dare walk towards the window with him in hand, he will immediately shit his non-existent pants.
Hey, let's back away from the window, okay? I don't like it here.
Now, of course, you're going to chuck Scully out of the window. I mean, it'd be rude not to, but he soon returns asking that you don't do it again.
Do you know how long it took me to get back up here? Don't throw me out again!
Well, after one too many attempts, there is a chance that Scully will do this.
Ah! No, don't throw me! Don't throw me! Ah! We're gonna give you up! We're gonna let you down!
So, after being repeatedly thrown out the window, Scully will resort to singing the Rick Astley classic, Never Gonna Give You Up. Of all the Rick rolls in games, this might be one of the most unexpected. Now, some of the most fun that you can have in a multiplayer game is watching a friend make a fool of themselves. It's even better if you're dead and spectating them. That way you get to soak the whole embarrassing moment in. Well, in the recently released Verdansk map in Warzone, you can find someone who has done one of the most embarrassing things you can do in the game. At the Boneyard, you can find this. So this poor soldier was trying to call in a supply drop, only to get his bearings all wrong and end up under the crate. If you've ever played with a friend and seen this happen to them, you'll know how funny this is. Now, I don't know about you, but I've noticed that a lot of video game Easter eggs centre around rubber ducks. Apart from the obvious like find 100 ducks and blast them, games like Hitman and Just Cause 3 have also featured rubber duck themed Easter eggs. I mean, I have no point to make here, it's just something I've noticed. Another game to add to the growing list of rubber duck adoring games is Miside. Near the beginning of the game, you can find 3 rubber ducks, and staring at them will cause this to happen. The first duck is in the bathroom, the second duck is in the kitchen. So where's the third duck? Well, after a quick look in the mirror, you'll have your answer. Now, I'm not sure if this is a reference to anything or if the ducks just needed a little team bonding time, but I think it's cool either way. Right, let's end today's video with the Eggcellent Schedule 1. Now, in my Schedule 1 video that I uploaded last week, I shared the fictional energy drink Red Bulls, which is not to be confused with the inferior Red Bull. Now, that's where I thought the reference ended, but it seems that I was wrong. Red Bulls is actually cocaine in a can, or at least that's what Tyrone Biggums told me anyway.
But now cocaine comes in a delicious shape. Red Balls. It gives me wings.
The next Schedule 1 Easter egg is really funny. Mixing different strains of weed is a great way to make money, even if it can be time consuming. You simply take a strain of weed, add an everyday item like this, mix it up and sell it for profit. Everyone's a winner, especially the horse. These strains usually come with special effects that can turn characters bald and in some cases even change their skin colour. If you take Viagra and mix it with any strain of weed, you'll get the Tropic Thunder effect. Well, if you're curious as to what this effect may be, allow me to demonstrate. So smoking weed with the Tropic Thunder effect will turn your character black. Now, whilst on the surface of things this effect is very strange, there is actually logic behind it. In the excellent 2008 movie Tropic Thunder, Robert Downey Jr. played an actor who was extremely method. He was so method in fact that when he was asked to play a black character in a movie, he underwent surgery to change the colour of his skin. Which is why Tropic Thunder does the same thing in Schedule 1. Another strange recipe is mixing any weed with cola, then gasoline, then a battery, then a banana, then another banana, then more gasoline, and finally a donut. I mean, that's a pretty complex recipe, so let's see what it does. So it turns your customers into zombies who like to vomit. I mean, that can't be good for business, can it? So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, then leaving a like is really appreciated. If you are a fan of Easter eggs and secrets in games, then perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel is all about. YouTube seems to think that you'll enjoy the video on screen, so go ahead and check that out. And as always, thank you all for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.